Hi YouTube, it's me, Jenny, and I'm back for my update. So I had my teaching visit yesterday. Went good. Basically, they just kind of went over what the whole cycle will look like. All our consents, like if something happens to me or my husband, who gets the eggs, or if we have rights to the eggs. What happens if they can't reach us after a certain time, that they'll destroy the eggs. If we have leftover stuff, you know, do we want to let somebody adopt those embryos, or do we want them destroyed, or do we want them to let them do research? We went over all that stuff, and then they gave me my meds, and they told me, unfortunately, last video I did, I said they had told me, originally they told me my start date of my injections would be January 1. Then they changed it to December 25th. And what it was is there's 3 different doctors in the practice. And I chose the one doctor, and that's the first doctor I met with, and I felt really comfortable with him. So the second time when I went back in, there was an issue with the doctors, and I didn't know that I saw different doctors. I was under the impression that I would stick with the same doctor. And they explained to me how it works, and like 1 week, one doctor will do office visits, one will do surgery, and one will do like ultrasound. So, and then every week they rotate. So I was kind of upset, and I kind of made a big deal. Plus, I think it was just, and I am constantly like a big ball of emotions, and I cry and have issues a lot, just with everything I'm going, with the whole process, basically. So, since I kind of made a big deal, when I went back in today, they said they would rather put me back on the 1st, because then at least when they do the retrieval, I'll be under general anesthesia, so it's not as important which, I mean, they're all very qualified doctors, and I actually met the other 2, and they're really nice, and I actually like them as well. So really it's not a big deal, but because of, I wanted to stick with the initial doctor, if I start my injections on the 1st, the week of the actual, not the retrieval, but the transfer, I should be with my original doctor, if that makes sense. The original one I saw that I was really comfortable with, that I chose out of the 3. So that's why they did that, and it kind of sucks because I was excited to get started on the 25th, but at the same time it's a little bit nice because I'll be able to enjoy my Christmas and my New Year's, because I'll start that actually New Year's Day. And you know, start a year fresh, and if, knock on wood, but if this cycle didn't work and it started on Christmas, that might be, you know, kind of a constant reminder that Christmas Day was our first cycle that we failed, if that makes sense, you know, because I really love Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays, so I would kind of hate to have that attached to Christmas. I mean, if it worked, it'd be like the best Christmas ever, of course, but if it didn't, I would hate to have that be attached to Christmas, you know, a failed IVF cycle. So it works out, and really, literally, it's like 5 days. Really, I can wait 5 days. It's not that, I mean, it's serious, but, you know, 5 days is not going to kill me. It's not 5 months. So, trying to think what else have we talked about. Oh, it was, like, the initial consent part was, like, a group thing, which luckily it was just one other couple, but it was still kind of weird, like, I don't know. But it was a little comforting because the couple, that they were an older couple, which I guess is kind of tends to be the trend, I guess, because we haven't really seen anybody that's our age, you know, since we've been going to the clinic. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but just at my particular clinic, or maybe at this time, or I'm not sure. I know a lot of people don't even have coverage in this state, in Arizona where I'm at, because it's not mandated or anything, so it's rare, I guess, to find a company that even covers that stuff, so that might be why. But anyways, the couple that was actually in our teaching visit, the first part of it, because then they separated us and they talked individually about our scenario and what we're going to do, what injections and what things we're going to be doing. And that way we could ask questions too if it felt weird with somebody else there. But anyways, that couple actually had been to the clinic 2 years prior, and they actually got pregnant through IVF last time, and they had a little 2-year-old daughter. So, and I know IVF works, but it's just nice to know that that particular clinic, like, to see someone live in the flesh that went through the same process and got the end result of a pregnancy. So that was kind of nice, you know, and obviously they trust them enough and like them enough to come back to try to have their second child. So let's see. What else? Nothing else going on in my regular life. I mean, I've been baking all day. That's why I have this sweater on. It's cold, and Been baking cupcakes and cookies and getting ready for the holidays. Christmas is 2 days away, so I'm excited about that. See what my husband got me, because there's a couple of boxes under the tree, so I'm excited. I'm hoping for a new purse. But as far as my IVF cycle, that's pretty much it. I go back on the 29th at 8 to do an ultrasound and some blood work, and then, like I said, I start my injections 1/1/11. And I also found out today, which was awesome, because I have tomorrow off. I only got to leave early today, so it was so great. I so love my job. But anyways, they actually gave me a little bit of a raise. I just started in August, and we had to go through all the certification, so it's kind of like once you've completed that part, that's what they decide, I guess, to give certain people a raise or everybody a raise. I'm not really sure, because there was 8 of us in my little training group. But anyways, and I found out that's effective 1/1/11. So, you know, 2011 has got to be my year. Like, things are looking up. I've found a new job. Not only did I find a great job, they have great coverage. I'm starting my IVF cycle. I'm getting it's not a huge raise, but hey, I'm happy for 5 cents more an hour. I mean, something is something. So, I mean, it's just, the year is starting off great, which I'm still excited, because 2010 was kind of a rough year for us, and, you know, was having a failed cycle, or failed IUI cycle, having, getting laid off in April, being unemployed for a few months, and then trying to get caught up on the bills. It's just been a rough couple of months, so I'm really happy. I'm happy we're going to start the new year off right. And I was going to tell you ladies that I was super excited, because when we went to the teaching visit, my husband actually got the day off, which is hard for him to get time off of work. But he got the day off to go with me, so we went, and I worked a half day, so I came home, and I got him, our appointment was at like 1:30, so I got off at 12. And when I got something to eat, we put gas in on the way to the clinic. He tells me, you know, that he thinks today's going to be a good day, and he has a good feeling. And I was like, oh, okay, why? What? Like, you know, he's just not really that type of guy. And he told me, and I'm not going to cry now, but I cried because he told me when we got married, it rained. Or it was raining after our ceremony. And it's kind of sprinkled before our ceremony, and then after the ceremony, it was raining. And, you know, somebody had told us, oh, you know, after we had got married, that it was good luck and to have it rain on your wedding. And I had never heard that. And, I mean, the rain didn't bother me at all. We got married in Vegas, so we were partying regardless. But, so they told me that, and so, you know, they told me and my husband that. So he told me, and on that particular day on our way to the clinic, it was raining too. And he told me, you know, it's raining today, and it rained in our wedding, and that worked out really good for us. And it's raining, and we're going to this appointment, and this appointment's really important for us, you know, to get everything started. So I was just happy that if sometimes it feels like he doesn't relate, or he doesn't understand, or it's not as important to him. And he tells me he wants, you know, he wants us to have a child and that kind of thing. But it's just, I think it's just different. Men are just different. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way around it. So it was really nice to know that he was being supportive, and he was thinking, and he at least recognized that this is an important thing for us, and you know, at least, I don't know how to explain it, but I was just so happy that he, you know, that he at least recognized that it's an important deal, and it's a big deal, and, you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a stressful process, you know, and so I was happy about that. But anyways, like I said, nothing else going on. I will update you guys next week. Again, my appointment is on the 29th, so once I go to that appointment, I probably won't have a whole lot to talk about, but I'll still do an update. And then maybe on the 1st I'll do something. I might wait and do everything on the 1st. I don't know. I'll see. Because on the 1st I'll do my injections and let you guys know how that's going. And then just real quick, I wanted to show you guys. These are all of my meds. I don't know if you can see. There you go. So I have my Follistim pen, and then those little pink things are the needles. And then I have, those are my cartridges, and this is my, there you go, my HCG that I will have to take, not sure when. They haven't really told me. They said I'll have to call a line, and these are just a bunch of syringes for the HCG. And then they gave me, sorry, I don't know if you even saw those, the syringes. They gave me a bunch of them. And then they gave me this. She told me what it was, but guys, there's so many bazillion things. I have no clue. She gave me a pamphlet so I could read it, and maybe I'll do another video just about my meds. But like I said, my follow stem cartridge, my pen, my whatever this is, my HCG. Ooh, that's too close. Sorry. And my syringes. But that is all I have for you ladies. So I guess that will end this video. Bye. Have a Merry Christmas and see you guys next week.